All right, hello and welcome to the weather update. It is January 16th, 2021, and we did see a few breaks in the sky today, but more or less plenty of clouds, and we got plenty of rain. You can see there's that system with the occluded front now moving away from us, now affecting Maine, the coastal areas with rain, and interior in the mountains. They have some snow, but after that we've got dry weather more or less that we're looking at, but temperatures should be getting colder, fortunately. So let's go take a look at some of the current temperatures outside, and we have temperatures around 40 degrees, and pretty much everywhere. Pretty gusty west to northwest wind. Dew points are dropping. Dew points now into the upper 20s. Let's take a look at the rainfall that we got from the storm. So we're going to go to historical. We're going to change this to the rainfall. Precipitation, and I've got to set the time back now from, we'll do it like that. Well, have to go back even. Yeah, we're going to have to go back. That's about right. Yeah, that's about right. So you can see here that looks like over Nassau we got around an inch of rain. 1.01 in Carl Place, 1.15 in Farmingdale, 0.82 at Islip, a little less in the middle of Suffolk, but then the numbers go up again. This area here, Manorville, the Pine Barrens area, looks like they got 1.25 inches, including West Hampton. But then when you go out east to the East End, look at what happened out here. Some of these heavier showers and thunderstorms hit, and they got East Hampton is reporting 2.46 inches, 1.99 at East Hampton Airport, 1.89 at Montauk Airport, and also these higher numbers also go into the eastern part of Connecticut as well. New London 2.18 and so forth. As we head toward the city, also some higher amounts. So 1.16 in Manhattan, and then northern New Jersey you had some higher amounts too, or approaching 1.75 inches. And then as we go further south toward Toms River, not as much rain over there, about 0.75 inches over there, but it was a soaker. We got a good amount of rain out of it, So we'll look at some of the conditions here reported here throughout the day. We'll look at Islip. So right now it's 39, but we're going to look and see what it was like this morning. Looks like it got up to only 48, so we did not hit 50. Didn't really get into that warm air too much. I'm sure that it did wind up hitting a little more, maybe a little further out east. Maybe they got into it a little more. Let's see. Montauk Airport. Let's see how warm it got over there. Yeah, see, I got into it a little more. 52 it hit over there. So that warm sector went over the east end, and that's why I think they saw a little more of those convective rains and a little more rain out there than we did. Well, warm sector is really using a term loosely because most of the warm sector was occluded. So that's what it looks like pretty much. And you can see some scattered activity on the radar here. But what I want to do is I want to go to Vent to Sky, and we're going to rewind, just show you what happened. That's what I like about this site. You can actually rewind the radar. So let's do that. Let's take a look and see what happened overnight, because like I said, we had some pretty heavy rain last night. You can see here some of the heavier rain that was over. But then we got into the second batch of heavy rain, which really kind of materialized more as it moved further east. But you could see the oranges there. It's around 4 a.m. And then 5 a.m. you could see that heavy rain over the east end of Long Island there, 6 a.m. And you could see it looked like some really heavy. And there was some lightning. I saw some lightning with this line right here. Might have had lightning with it that moved over the South Fork, and that's what enhanced those heavy rains there. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone reported a thunderstorm out there or not. But I have a feeling maybe they did get a thunderstorm out there, perhaps. Again, which is unusual, but not surprising when you consider the way things have been this year, Looking at the satellite image, we have some clouds over us, some breaks of clear sky, but some more clouds off to the west, and the question was how much sun will we see tomorrow? So there's our storm there on the GFS. This is the 18Z run of the GFS. So we're going to first look at the upper air pattern. So let's our storm is moving away, so we won't have any major weather events in the next couple of days. So let's go to the upper air pattern, and you can see there's that storm and that trough that is moving away, but you can see there's troughiness in the east. So that means that we're going to see temperatures drop throughout the week, basically. And you can see that block over there in Greenland. You can see the west is looking good for some cold air. And you can clearly see that we have some troughiness in the east. And then as you get toward the end of the period, really deep troughs develop. But then look what happens as we get to the end there. It looks like it wants to form a trough over Alaska, which means if we had that, that would kind of cut off the cold air for us, unfortunately. The GFS goes back and forth on the severity of the cold air. But generally, we can also look at the jet stream as well. And this as well, so you can see the troughs here. There's that storm that we just got. It moves away. And you can see the jet stream is kind of zonal-ish in a way here on this one. I don't really see any huge troughs yet. It gets a little more impressive as we head toward the end of the month there with that trough in the east. But nothing huge and nothing that would indicate any major storms. So let's change this now. We change the regions to the CONUS, the contiguous, and we'll go ahead and we'll look at the surface here. So as we head into Sunday, you see we got the northwest flow there. There's that low. I'm hearing a really strange sound. I don't know if you can hear that. But anyway, I don't know. There's always some weird noises going on. So here we go for Sunday. You can see those tight isobars. That means northwest flow. We have that high building in, but we also have little disturbances on the northwest flow that are going to come on through that may bring some clouds, but not really any major precipitation events. Through most of the week's going to be dry, but here comes the colder air by next weekend with that high. And then we have this low here. We're going to have to watch this because this could be possibly our next storm, I guess. This is when we see that trough, whatever that activity is. Like I said, when we first look at the first week, it's kind of fair, but then as we get toward the end of the period, we start seeing some more action. And this could be a potential snow event. Of course, this is on the 26th, so this is 10 days away, and a lot can change. It may go out to sea. It may not be there at all. You know, this is an extreme long range here. But if this would have hit, this could be a nice little snowstorm for us here. But that's like way out in fantasy land. I'm not even going to go look at the totals for that, all right? Because that's way too far out. I'm not even going to look because it's this far out. It's really just, you know, it's just a guess. But generally, the pattern is colder, and you can see that there's that cold air coming down from the north that we have there. So we will, like I said, get some trough in us in the east. Won't be a huge trough, but it's going to be enough to bring in some cold air. So we're going to look at the thermodynamics now. And we start with the temperature anomaly chart. All right, so as we go into tomorrow, you see we're still a little bit above normal. So we still got the reds there. Getting closer to average as we go throughout the week. And then by Thursday, we start getting a little bit of taste of below average. Then some more above average temperatures as we get into Friday. And then once we get into the weekend, then we go below average. You can see some of that Arctic air coming down. And here you go. Here's some of that real nice Arctic air. Looks like it's not heading straight for us, though. It looks like it's heading more for the upper Midwest. But we definitely get into it toward the end of the month. And look at that. Some really nice deep purples, which means a significant Arctic air there for the end of the month. Of course, you know the way it is. We have to keep waiting. It seems like it's always that carrot in the stick. It seems like it always gets a little further out. But I think it's going to happen this time. It's just a matter of, you know, exactly when, but plan on a colder end of the month than the way we started. So let's take a look at the regions here, and we're going to go to our region and look at our temperatures for this week as we head into this week. So we'll get an idea of what is to come. So for tomorrow, it's still going to be above normal, highs in the low to mid 40s, but that northwest wind will make it feel a little chillier. And then for Monday, we have highs in the low to mid 40s again, a little colder on Tuesday, upper 30s, low 40s. And then that cold front comes through Wednesday. We may only have highs in the upper 20s to low 30s. But then the cold air starts retreating on Thursday, so highs will probably be probably around average. And then for Friday, we go a little bit above average again with highs in the low 40s. But then here comes the cold air for the weekend. Highs struggling to reach the freezing mark on Saturday and Sunday, and lows at night in the teens. So yes, some cold weather finally. And Sunday doesn't look like we even make it above freezing, so that's good. And then we start. You see a little bit. You see there's that storm. There's what would be that snowstorm, and then behind that, with snow on the ground, then we can really get some cold weather going, and highs may struggle to reach 20 degrees on some of these days as we wrap the end of the month, and lows in the single digits. So look at that. Yes, so that looks good, and I am looking forward to it, but it may not last, so we'll have to see beyond that as we get into February. Maybe just 1 week of cold weather, and then it goes back to the pattern we had, but hopefully the cold will get settled in here for a while, hopefully, at least a couple of weeks, because we need it. It's been way too warm, and January's been well above average, too. So let's go look at the skies now. We'll see how much sun we can get let me move this back over here. I'll start with the GFS. So this is for Sunday, and it might be underdoing the cloudiness a little bit, but I'm thinking there's going to be some clouds around because we have the instability in the atmosphere, but I think there'll be more sunshine than the day. And hopefully maybe there'll be some periods of mostly sunny skies. For Sunday, for Monday, maybe a few more clouds, but we might luck out and be in that hole, so Long Island might be clear. Tuesday, it looks like a little less in the way of clouds, especially further south you go, so over Jersey maybe. Sunday, you can see here comes the cold air. You can have that instability for Wednesday. That might bring some clouds. And here's Thursday. We're dealing with more clouds. Friday, we might be able to eke out a clear day if those clouds stay to the south. And obviously next weekend with that Arctic air coming in, we should have really nice skies, clearing things out and giving us that nice, crisp. I love the smell of that air. It's an amazing smell if you've ever smelled it. So let's go to the RGEM. Like I said, you get good air quality with that, and for those folks like me who have allergies, you need that. Otherwise, you're sneezing. So this is the RGEM for tomorrow, and it's a little more a little less with the clouds. And if the RGEM's correct, we should be able to get a mostly sunny day. But I still think there'll be a few more clouds than this is saying, just by looking at the satellite. Monday, we'll see more in the way of, looks like it's had some more high clouds over us. And then Tuesday, we have some high clouds to start, and then clearing conditions as the day goes on. So that's kind of interesting there in the RGEM. But I think that's being a little too limited with the cloud cover. So let's go to the NAM, the 18Z NAM here, and look at the cloud cover for tomorrow. We start off with the sun, and then you see some clouds pop up. It looks like, toward the afternoon, especially over New Jersey, it looks like a lot of clouds. But maybe Long Island will be able to get some mostly sunny skies in, at least for a time tomorrow. And Monday right now, looks like over Long Island we could have mostly sunny skies. And then I don't have Tuesday because it doesn't go that far out. But all in all, things are looking better. Obviously, it was a soaker this morning. But right now, I don't see any more heavy rain events for a while. And the next heavy precipitation event might be snow. So for those who want to see some winter weather, hope is still very much alive. So that's going to be it for this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.